lovely people, Nina here. So last week I was in the big old city of New York visiting my older sister. My younger sister and I went out there to visit her for a little bit, and while we were there, we're all readers, so we went to multiple different bookstores, and I accumulated only 2. I was very brave and only got 2 books, but I did get 2 new books, and so I figured I would talk about those. I also, over Christmas, got 2 other books, and then I got a new borrowed one that I also was going to talk about. So I have a few new books today that I figured I would go through. So to start, I'm going to go through the 2 that I got from New York. So the 2 that I got were A Freewheel in Time, a memoir of Greenwich Village in the 60s. And this is by Suze Rotolo, I think is how you say her last name. And this is from the Strand. It's a little thing on the back. And I'm very excited about this. This is about Bob Dylan's first one of his loves in New York in the 60s, who is on the cover. Yeah, she's the cover of it. I am a huge Bob Dylan fan, and my whole family is. And so we recently went and saw the new movie with Timothy Chalamet, and it was so good that we went again. We saw it on Thanksgiving, and then we went again on my birthday because I was like, I want to go see this again. So we went again, and I loved it. And I saw this at the Strand, and I was like, I bet this is really good. It's written by her, so I'm excited. So it was the first one I picked up, and then the second one I picked up was Just Kids by Patti Smith, and this one my older sister suggested that I get. It's a signed copy, and this is from the very first Barnes and Nobel, which is in like Times Square-esque-ish, around that area. And I had never been. I've been to New York multiple times, and I had never been to the original Barnes and Nobel. And so we were over in that area, and my sister's like, you have to go see it. It's really cool. So we went. It's massive. It's so big. It's so cool. It was like 4 stories tall, I think. 4. It was like so overwhelming that I was like, I don't even know where to start. But I got this, and it's the story of Patti Smith's life in the 60s in New York. And my older sister was like, this is like the most New York-esque type book you can get, and you need it. So I got this one. It's a National Book Award winner. I'm very excited. Yeah, and it has, this is a fun fact about me, the pages are like, I don't know how to describe it, like raised, I guess. I don't know, but it's my favorite type of book to read. Yeah, so that's this one. I'm excited. So I have 2 New York-esque books because when in Rome, when in New York. I also, when I was in New York, you can see my shirt is The Outsiders. I got to see The Outsiders in the very front row because my sisters bought me a ticket for my birthday. And so we all went, and I cried the whole musical. It was amazing. And I was like, great, I need to reread this book. So that's in my repertoire of books that I'm going to be rereading because I loved it so much, and it was just amazing. And I was like, I need to reread this book now, and I want to go back. I told my older sister, I was like, well, we'll be back to go to the musical again because I want to see it again. So yeah, the other books that I have, so I'll start with the new borrowed one. So I borrowed this one from a younger sister, and it's Fourth Wing. That I started reading this, and because my other 2 sisters have read the first and second one, and the third one is coming out in like 2 weeks. And I was like, you know what? I want to join the hype, and they're like super excited about the book coming out. And my younger sister is looking for like book release like parties and to see like what bookstores were putting on for it. I was like, I want to be in on it. So I started Fourth Wing. I know this is like pretty popular right now. And it's always in like the top like most read books or like trending books. So if you read Fourth Wing, let me know what you think down below. I'm liking it so far. I've literally just started it, but so that's this. And then for new books, I got these around Christmas time. This one, so I had requests, I put out a request to my family members, and I was like, can you find One Day in December? My younger sister looked for me at various different bookstores. She couldn't find it, but she did find A Winter in New York. And this was before I had finished One Day in December, and I had just started it, and I was like, I want the physical book. And she's like, I can't find it, but I'll get you A Winter in New York. And so she got this. I did not like One Day in December, as you may know if you watched my last video. I'll put it like up here. But I'm willing to give this a try because it's a completely different book, and why not? It's a good winter rom-com, and it was just in New York, so again, we're going with the New York theme. So we've got A Winter in New York, which it's about a girl named Iris who decides to move to New York and restart her life. And knowing this, it's going to be a rom-com, and knowing One Day in December, it's a rom-com story. So there's that one. And then on Christmas Eve every year, my mom gives us a book to read, and then the idea is that we all sit around and like read books, which is an Icelandic tradition, I believe. And so she this year got everyone in my family a graphic novel, and she got me Advocate, which is a graphic memoir of family, community, and the fight for environmental justice. The funny thing is, my sisters were like, oh no, here we go again. She's gonna have another book about the environment to be like boasting about and like talking about, but it looks really cool. I have not started this yet. I was reading my other various Christmas books over Christmas Eve, so I didn't start this one, but it looks really cool, and the graphics are really fun, and I like the coloring in it. Yeah, I'm excited to try this and read this. So those are all of the books. New for me, borrowed, excited, have started it. Have to get reading on this quickly because I have a second one to read before the new one comes out. We'll see. And then these two, which I got in New York, and then my New York themed one. So yeah, a lot of New York book energy going on, and then some fantasy, and then of course Advocate. So yeah, these are the books that I have collected thus far, and that I have now to add to my winter to be read collection. I'm really excited about this too, and I'm thinking I'll maybe read this one right after I finish the two Fourth Wing books. We'll see. It depends. My mood depends based on like what I'm feeling. So, but I think I might read the Patti Smith one next. Yeah, that is it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed. As always, I would love book recommendations. Let me know what you're reading down below. Let me know what you think of my reads to be reads, and I will see you all next Friday with a brand new video. Bye!